Hey, Bucky,
What?
do you ever wonder why we're here?
Why are we here?
One of
I mean,
life's great
is there
mysteries,
some
isn't
grand
it?
plan? Hold on. I mean, hold on.
Yeah, let him pull up the lines.
One of life's great mysteries, isn't it? Why are we here? Are we the product of some cosmic coincidence, or is there really a God watching everything? You know, with a plan for us and stuff. I don't know, man. But it keeps me up at night.
What? I meant, like, why are we here? In this voice chat with all these people?
Yeah.
What was all that about God? You alright, man?
Nothing. I love Red versus Blue. I gotta do my yearly watch of the
Yeah,
entire
I need to rewatch it too. It's
I
been
do.
too
I
long.
watch
It's
it.
been too
I
long.
rewatch it every single year. I watch the entire thing.
Even the bad ones.
No, I stop at
Not the really bad ones.
I stop at 13 because it gets like mediocre at 10 to 13, and then afterwards it's just bad.
The thing is, Chorus Trilogy is watchable, and the Halo 5
it has
stuff.
some really good moments. It's just it's
not good. It's watchable.
No,
Some of
I
it's
think
good,
Chorus
actually. Some of
Trilogy.
it's pretty good.
I think it goes from great to just good. Because like it has like a lot of the essence of Red versus Blue, which is why I like it. I just don't like the story beats that much.
It's the thing is, all the Halo 5 stuff is unwatchable. It's too bad.
But yeah, everything after 13 is miserable dog shit, and
I don't
whoever
remember
worked
the
on it
season
should actually
numbers.
be like gotten rid of. Like the
most
latest,
of them have been.
Yeah, the
Rip
latest
Rooster
season
Teeth.
sucked.
They're still making Red versus Blue?
They made a final season and it was dog shit. It was just like
yeah, but now they're probably gonna do something else because I've lost everything except Red versus Blue.
I think
it sucked.
Red versus Blue is gone now. How does that work? I don't know.
I think it's Rooster Teeth is gone now.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth, the company stuff.
Bernie,
so the only thing that I know
that and officially Rooster Teeth exists again.
Actually, I thought it was Box Canyon Studios that picked up. What was left of Rooster Teeth?
Yeah, but that's just the only employees of Box Canyon Productions is Bernie Burns and Ashley. What's his wife's name?
I don't even think they're doing anything.
They haven't announced.
Frep, you're really quiet for me. Is Frep quiet for anybody else?
Frep's normal for me. I think you just gotta turn up the volume.
Frep's just
he's
like
at 100.
No,
you gotta turn it all the way up. Turn Frep all the way up. That's just how Frep works.
He is all the way up.
Like 200%?
I don't have a 200 option. I have a 100 option and a 0 option.
What?
What was the last time you updated Discord?
Jeez!
Want to see? Here, I'll show you. Here, hold on.
I don't believe you.
It's 100. That's it. That's my top is 100%.
Take a screenshot of your Discord.
I can't because it won't show the number.
Well, no, just in general, just like of your Discord.
Just take a photo with my phone.
I don't know what to say.
I like this cold open we got going.
I don't know what to say.
There's no. I only have the highest option is 100%.
We would make the shittiest podcast.
Halo will officially be a dead franchise once Red versus Blue stops for real. Yep, just goes only to 100%. That's so weird.
What?
Hey, Tired? Could you put that in the recording so they can see what we see?
Oh my god.
Is it supposed to go to 200?
Yeah, all of mine go to 200. Frep sounds so normal at 200.
Wait, are you guys using Discord the app or Discord the browser?
Of course we're using Discord the app.
Because I use the app because I can't do... I do the browser because I can't do...
Why?
I can't do it. I have to have everything easily accessible in a tab. Everything has to be in a tab.
I've never met somebody who uses the browser.
I cannot use the app.
I honestly did not realize that Discord existed as a browser thing. I thought it was just...
No, I can't do an app. This is why I don't use Spotify. This is why I don't use Spotify as an app. I don't do it. Only on my phone.
Sick and
twisted. Max, This is, all the twisted, fucked up war crimes Bucky has committed. This is by far the worst.
It's a thing. It's an organization thing. I don't like tabbing into different, programs. I don't like doing it. The most I'll do, I have a setup. Okay, I have YouTube and then I have Discord immediately after. Discord always goes at the end. And then everything else, miscellaneous, any tab I have opens up after Discord. That's how it works. I've had this system for like 5 years. I'm not breaking it. I cannot do the app. I don't even use Spotify as an app. I use it in the browser, if I ever use it.
Never admit this to anybody again. We're gonna have to burn the recording.
I'm sorry. This is ableism, bro. This is ableism. Being ableist.
In what way?
I have to have this level of, I have to have this kind of organization. It makes me deeply upset if I have to use the Discord app. I genuinely do not like it.
That's fair. Like, jokes aside, that's fair.
I just don't like tabbing in, and I don't like the layout. I like having my browser stuff at the top. I can't do it. I can't do the opposite. I can't do a fucking app. I hate that shit.
Well,
Can't do it. It's not an option.
Fair enough.
Maybe that kind of explains some of my quality.
Frep's gonna be quiet then.
I will just have to try to listen for Frep as much as possible.
Turn on the Frep setting in your ear.
It's just like
every time I hear something faint, I'll just have to desperately try to listen.
It's sort of like Macho is just shrunken down.
Yeah, he's just tiny and really far away.
I'd love if there was a talking stick mode on Discord.
Yeah, that's called the event thing where you can have speakers.
Yeah,
Anyways.
that sucks though.
Oh.
Anyways.
I feel like this cold open has gone on long enough.
Yes, okay.
I feel like it's just getting started.
I would love to run a gimmick podcast. I hate to say that. I know.
What? That's gonna be our that's gonna be our April Fool's episode. It's just us talking normally for an hour.
I actually think you need to be executed. I'm not joking. I think if you suggest a podcast, you should be killed.
It would be fun.
That's a bit harsh.
Hey.
We're basically a podcast. Let's not.
People who do podcasters are like Hitler's frontline soldiers. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody suggested, well, there's your problem. Somebody was like, hey, let's do a podcast about engineering disasters.
I listen to one podcast. And that's it.
What is it?
Revolutions.
Okay, that's the best one. So.
That is the best one.
Mike Duncan did win podcasts.
He literally has. It's an award on his wall.
He won podcast.
Anyways, sorry about that. I, as the director, should have stopped this a while ago.
Mobile Suit Gundam.
Mobile Suit Gundam. Zeta Gundam. We're 8 minutes in. Welcome to everyone to the next episode. Well, technically, negative 0.25 episode of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Old Guard. We're going to do a bit of a retcon, because last episode went on a bit longer than it should have, and a very important thing happened in that last bit, which was probably rushed a bit more than it should have been.
It was?
That's the feedback I was given. Swappy, you got a sentence in there. I apologize.
I did? No, that was funny to me because I didn't.
I thought that was a deliberate bit.
I love talking.
I didn't open my mouth once.
Anyways, we cut to the scene of Bucky, sort of leading, quote unquote, the men of the encampment, the view of people who once soldiers, once guerrilla, of all backgrounds, sort of formally being trained for the first time. I need to... Okay, I am so sorry. I need to make sure my dog's okay.
This is all the Titans' fault. I can already tell. Because we all know the Titans hate dogs.
They do?
I think they hate cats. I think dogs are evil.
What?
I like cats more than dogs. Flat out.
That's not the same as thinking dogs are evil.
Dogs being
I just
evil
think
is
they have. I think they have some. Listen. All I'm saying is cats aren't used by cops and dogs are. Facts.
I don't think
One
dogs chose that though.
One has the capacity to be a pig, and the other one doesn't. Think about it.
I'm certain you could think there has been a cop cat before.
So,
probably.
Elliot,
ratio's very different.
I feel like that's probably gonna have to cut.
Elliot does this. Elliot does this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where now he realizes if he doesn't get detention, even if he's like roaming around and just running around, he will. And I need to clarify: this dog has not barked. Like, I can count the number of times he's barked on my hand since he's been in this house. He will bark at the top of his lungs, just staring at you until you go and play with him. It's kind of cute, but also probably behavior we should not encourage.
That's the problem with most adorable pet behavior.
But yes, he is okay. He is just he wants attention. Anyways. As we cut from Bucky training the militiamen, we move on to Courage.
Yes.
Courage, you have heard that your former squad mates are. Okay, he is okay. You have heard that your former squad mates are all in this encampment as well.
How about that?
That Bonky Birio is talking with the lieutenant as we speak.
Which one? The militia guy?
Yeah.
Well, first and
Lieutenant
foremost,
Maskey.
Well, first and foremost, we're trying to take a thorough inventory of both the personnel and equipment that we have on hand. And so, before we conduct any operations, what you got?
We went through a bit of this last session. And yeah, you've just to
we did, yeah.
recap, yeah. They have all of the parts for the they have all of the parts for the petite mobiles. They go through the inventory, how many refugees there are, how many capable fighters there are, and just sort of the infrastructure. You learn of the Titans captain, Bamanchara Moy, who I believe, if my notes are correct, is your in the Titans, a informant allied with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are also learning of the general situation in the larger Seattle area. Essentially plans to turn the city into a wider continental detainment camp to extract illegal space noids and...
so like a ghetto.
Yeah. Yeah. To essentially put them in and then extract them back into space. Deport them.
Okay.
You are with Lieutenant Commander Frepp, Matro, Lieutenant Commander Matro, and Sub-Lieutenant Faust should be on her way shortly. after checking in on the petite mobiles. So, what is this? The lieutenant speaks up. A change of hands? Does command not like how we're running things?
Well, sorry, I'm really struggling to find my notes from last session. No, we're just. Who can really say for sure what command wants? We're just largely here because it's time to transition to conducting, more active operations instead of the recovery that we've been doing so far. So
I guess we could use the support. It's not like we've been getting anything aside from the director's personal ventures. Karaba's essentially entirely disorganized aside from the director's personal ventures, and it's more like a movement than actual structure from what I've been told, but
well, we're doing what we can, so we just got to know what we've got first. But thankfully, we've got some folks here who know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Does that mean we're moving on with the assault?
That depends on where we're at.
The thing is, we have to move fast. They're moving fast, and so do we.
Right, but we can't go into something that we don't have an overwhelmingly chance of success for.
We're never going to have that, though.
Yeah, we will. We have before. We'll have again.
All right. We'll do it your way, then. We'll see how that goes. Faust.
Yeah.
You would have been you would have been able to make your way back to the sort of captain's quarters, quote unquote, by this time.
I have arrived. Stand ready for my arrival, Worm.
You arrived by the corporal me, who's sort of not unlike a bodyguard, but not entirely behind you. Coming to meet everyone else. And here you see everyone sort of spread off across a table. Large maps and documents, scattered throughout the place. Mostly getting notes taken down of the current situation, of the supplies, and just of the numbers in general.
All right. How is the status on the petite work mobiles we were working on?
They're all functional, and the current status is that you've decided that you're going to want to get a proper quote-unquote cockpit set up at the top of them, protection for the pilot itself, and that you're going to try and make impromptu weaponry to equip them with. Something that can possibly, at best, damage the weak part of a mobile suit and at least functionally work against anything below that.
Yeah. Because it isn't just mobile suits, there's APCs and all who knows what the Titans might roll out. And we have to wait a while before we can get our actual mobile suits here, or if ever, so. Yeah, where's the... I guess Faust will go up to the captain, and I assume Bonky, who is also there.
The lieutenant is sort of picking his teeth with a toothpick over the table, talking to Bonky and Metro.
Faust makes her way to the table and is just like, Faust has completed initial inspection and modification of the petite mobile workers will be using for this operation.
Modification.
I have taken the liberty of adding actual protection to the cockpit area to ensure our pilots, that being Faust, Macho, Bonky, and others, from being potentially shot by any snipers or any other threats. We're also, with that out of the way, we'll be working on modifications to weapons or attempting to jury-rig weapons that could at least damage the weakened parts of a mobile suit, such as joints.
Something to protect against small arms. That's smart, but we didn't really have anybody who could jury-rig something like that where we were standing.
Fortunately, you now have Faust.
What makes you so high and mighty?
She motions to Matro because Bonky is muted.
Faust is a very talented engineer, to say the least. After just kind of rolls his eyes with this guy, like, pops up this comment. This guy got a real high opinion of themselves here, where their plan was basically like, let's just bum rush a military convoy and hope for the best. And he's giving us a lot of pushback for a guy whose plan literally boils down to, I don't know, YOLO. High degrees of sass out of this guy.
I apologize, I was laughing. You see this man sort of stretch his back, stand up. Alright, well... We're giving you all the information you can. We're giving you all the information you can on the supplies we have for you to run this operation. Though I will say, it's a bit funny people so competent ended up here. Either things are worse than we're looking at, or you got yourselves in trouble.
Or maybe that's a front that Command has decided to put more priority on, as I lie through my teeth.
It is an important mission.
I'd rather not just gut this guy's confidence if I could.
This man, Crooked Teeth, just sort of gives you the slimiest smile he can. Perhaps it is in Command's best interest, then. Well, now that Four Eyes is with us, Faust, you are noticeably not wearing glasses.
Yep.
We can actually get started and turn this place into a proper... We can actually get started and turn this place into a proper encampment. And actually get to work for God's sake. And by that time, Courage.
Yes?
This is where, finally, you get back to the lieutenant's camp, the lieutenant's tent, and the scene before you is... That would be about 5 figures standing around the light, the sort of lantern that's hanging above the tent. All talking and all making more noise than you've seen in a while. You've heard in a while around this place.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When did I leave?
You left after Bucky pointed you in the right direction.
So I've met Bucky by now.
You've met Bucky by now.
Okay, then I I open the door.
There is no door. It's a camp. It's a tent. It's you
Tents
can
have
just
doors.
yeah you can just walk in.
Scratch on the tent to knock.
No, please. I just open it.
And that's in the lowly lit room. As everyone looks on, a new figure enters. A figure very familiar to all but two in the room.
I just stare at Faust.
Faust looks back. What was Courage's last name? Oh. Courage Hampson.
But this is Gundam. We don't use last names frequently.
I said the full name. You know, like when they say Hamurode or Shazdo of that.
Sorry.
I just realized this is our first session after G-Quix came.
Yeah.
Rep, you were saying? I think maybe I was having mic issues before. I'm lost. How much are we redoing from last time? I didn't realize we had rolled things back this far. So I've managed to get myself completely unprepared twice again. Yay. Fuck.
Oh. Yeah.
I can't remember the I don't remember what we actually would have got done last time after this. Oh, I'm a little at sea here.
Okay, so let's pause. I should have done this before the session, but because it's been 2 weeks, I believe, if my sense of time is still with me, since the last session. What needs? I suppose. Do we need a recap on just a full recap?
I just need to know how far back, how much of the session has been retconned. Like how from what onwards?
The meeting with Courage with the rest of the cast has been retconned. So we're doing that over.
Moderately early in the episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. I don't know.
Wasn't that at the very end?
No, we had a fair bit of time with that. Was the thing.
I didn't feel like it was bad enough to.
Yeah, I honestly was fine with it. Like I didn't prep for it. But then if we're retconning, it's like I'm equally as I'm not prepared to redo this scene.
Never mind, because I think I've misunderstood the situation. Because it seemed people were unhappy and wanted to redo the last scene last time.
I wasn't unhappy to want to redo it. I was not happy with my own performance in it, but it wasn't like bad enough that I wanted to mulligan anything.
I see.
I was just despairing my inability to think on my feet.
Like the cuts of this are going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, I do apologize.
No, you're good. Let me scrap some things. Sorry, hold on.
What a hell of a session.
Oh, but no, it's fine. This is on me as a DM for not properly communicating.
Also, it wasn't spoilers for G-Quix. I don't.
No, because you were talking about G-Quix, and so.
Oh, I thought it was about Invincible.
No, it was about Invincible. I'm saying let's not.
No, but if I explained to you why I thought about it, that might be a spoiler. But what I said wasn't a spoiler. So how's everyone doing?
Oh, just ducky.
Butt swords.
I'm fine.
Yeah, no, I'm alright.
Me and my buddy are doing chemo now. We're gonna beat the shit out of each other with swords.
So at least we got the recap through. Let's just start where we left off from last session, which I have here because I made it to the recording. Okay. What do we need clarification on?
Well, we already met. Courage already talked to Metro and Bonky about why is she here? They already had their initial meeting, but Faust was too busy working on the petite mobile, so we could just pick up from where we left off right now and just redo the scene. That instead of being the first time we meet Courage, it's later.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, the lieutenant, as it's been a couple hours after. Things have gotten heated, but things have started to cool off, let's say. After the tensions of the midday. The lieutenant is looking over specifically the The lieutenant is looking over a list of names, specifically the list of names of everyone who has access to the camp, and he sort of he walks over. Okay, so if we're not going to go for the initial assault, at least the way I plan to do it, then we have the entire city with supplies coming in and out, and we're working on a time limit until they get this thing built, and who knows if they're going to start when they're going to start transporting people. I mean, hell, we have the refugee camp here. They might just start making camps of their own, just something to bide the time until the construction's complete. They've already started the deportations in the Californian area. You've read the news, I'm sure you have.
Oh, we have.
So we either just start a series of assaults to halt their operations against building this thing, or do I break it down? You may see my initial plan as sloppy, but the reason why it was so like that is because something needed to get done around here, and it wasn't going to get done by sitting on our laurels.
No, it makes sense. You did everything basically how we would do it. It's just time for a change in pace now.
Change in pace. So we get with Commander Four Eyes, we get the petites set up, all ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Anything we can do to make them, I don't know, slightly more than useless?
I wouldn't say they're useless. They're a harder target to hit.
Boss has already made the modifications that we can with our resources right. If we can get more from the Titan Insiders, then, well, I could go from there, but for now, they're at the best they can be.
Well,
No.
Yes, Lieutenant.
We'll take the best we can get.
All right. Well, as we were talking, the attack is going to happen sometime in the next. Not the attack. The initial assault was planned sometime in the next few days. There's of course going to be dozens of trucks throughout the next month or so going in and out of the city, but essentially what we're looking for is the, how do you say, the little stuff. They can get building material anywhere, and they can get building material anywhere in the state. When it comes to the more expensive parts, then it's going to be more widely protective in smaller containers. Computers.
I see. Well, oh,
who left?
Max.
We are maxless beings.
And
we are no longer maxless beings.
You know, I was clicking some tabs and I accidentally clicked out of Discord.
Computers, munitions, the whole 9 yards. Those things are going to be what we're going to be aiming for. Of course, you also have the issue of the wider command of the Titans moving in and breaching the Navy, and I'm sure Mr. Daddy's Mr. Daddy's boy knows a lot about that.
This guy loves his nicknames of accuracy of dubious accuracy.
Plus, where are we going to? Well, he opens the tent door, move all of them. That's what I've been trying to work on too. We're thinking of going the route of fake IDs, getting them set up in apartments, but even then that's dangerous on an individual level. They're much safer either grouped up in a place we can secure or scattered around where basically we're putting them on their own. But that also means that one bus isn't going to get everyone.
Yeah, it probably makes sense to find a way to move as many of these people out of here as fast as possible. Like, I think filtering people out into the wider population is probably safer, because it's not like we can make any location secure enough that it's going to hold up to an actual Titans raid. Anyways, we don't have enough manpower or firepower for that. So we need to find a way to move people out of here much quicker, because I think so last time we said they were getting groups 15 people out of here, but we're dealing with was it 1,000 or something like that now? This is me not remembering notes from last time, so I apologize.
Couple, not entirely off the mark. It's a couple hundred less. I could talk to our informant in the Titans. I could get him over here. We could set up, he'd at least have a database of at least missing persons we could use.
Just okay. No, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking out loud what our best bets are.
I could get our informant with the Titans down here. That's one option. We also have a few in the Navy proper. The thing is, if we're going to be moving people en masse, then it's going to take either a lot of time or we're going to have to be covert about it. Your mic is muted, Quicks.
Hello?
We cannot hear you.
What a wonderful session.
Hit your mic repeatedly until it works. Trust me, hit your mic until it works. I like that Loki in the 80s, you could just like hit technology and it started working.
Well, that's because it's all analog. But bugs in the computer at that point meant literal bugs.
No, it's we can't hear you, Quicks.
Try just like turning your mic on and off again, maybe, or just like restarting Discord. That might fix it.
Can you hear me now?
And here,
Yes.
Hey.
here we go. Here you are. See, that's all it takes. Literally just turn it on and off again.
We're talking here.
All right, it sounds like it's sort of beyond our scope to actually like reverse the sort of process of where this is going. But I think if we can put up one good, highly visible resistance to a deportation or eviction, that will probably slow them down enough for us to garner enough of a PR response. So to make these sort of politically undoable for them.
I wish I could be here.
You could.
Plus, I mean, if we make it so.
All right, can I just show up now? Can I just say that I've been here for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I have opinions. I mean, Loki speaks up. He goes, "Here's the thing. If I don't know how our weapon situation is, I can imagine not good.
We don't really have one.
But like, if we have guns, like as soon as there's a deportation, if we just like distribute as many firearms as humanly possible and spread them out amongst space-related neighborhoods, I mean, the Titans aren't like Manhunters and Titans aren't like very brave people in the first place. Their kind of whole function is to be bullies.
The only issue with that is that we have a very small number of small arms and no capacity to replace the losses.
So the idea was, it doesn't have to be true, but we can create the idea that going into these neighborhoods is like a death sentence. So if they do it, they'll get shot in the face or shot at. Maybe not shot in the face, because then that can prompt just like blowing it up.
We just need to
find a middle
turn
ground.
one of them.
And basically, what I'm saying is we need to find a middle ground between doing jack shit, which we should never do, and getting ourselves blown up, because we want them to not provoke such a insane response, which is really not at all surprising for the Titans. They're fucking evil. But we want it to be so they think twice before they even do anything, because there's the chance somebody might get shot in the face.
At least make them change their tactics and fall back to regroup. We really only need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We got to pick the right. Yeah, I know.
Do something that scares the shit out of them, but not enough for them to be like, "What if we just blow up the neighborhood?" You know.
Pick one, pick a big one, densely populated, big family with a lot of kids.
Yeah, and I mean, if we're talking PR, then yeah, I mean that's good for
us.
That's
kind of all we've got at the moment.
I mean, we could just start killing them. We could just start killing them.
We can't sustain that. If we wouldn't be able
all
to
it takes is like a hammer and like walking up behind one of them and just
we
really going to town.
Lieutenant Commander, sir?
Yeah.
If we need weaponry, we can ask the Asia. And if we need a target, there's a spaceport. And the reason I didn't want to bring it up is because it's the spaceport.
I wouldn't do an operation at a spaceport.
You guys have like
junk
you can make. If you guys have like pipes and junk and like bullets, you can make your own guns. Like they won't be good, but you could still blow somebody.
Situation's not that bad. We have.
What I'm saying is, what we're trying to do is it shouldn't. Here's the thing, guys. We can't just run only on ourselves. There's other people who wouldn't be involved with us that we want. We want shooting at them. I think it's a bad look if it's just us.
I think we're the only ones we know are here.
No, I'm saying like this, like space-anoid civilians.
I don't think.
I don't know. How would
Americans
feel if every time they walked into a space-anoid neighborhood, there's a chance like a 16-year-old comes around with a shitty shotgun that he built himself and then tries to blow a hole in one of them?
Well, that's not really something we can make happen right now.
I'm just saying. Gotta make it plausible.
Can I
gotta make it plausible to them.
Can I draw?
We need to buy some time.
Yes, Swappy?
Can I draw upon my experience as a Titan, as I'm the only person here with actual experience, to see how the Titans' response to that would be? I have a feeling it's going to be, oh, we're getting shot at? Okay, cool, let's be even more cruel and bring more guys with guns. But, just to roll to make sure.
if you want to make that roll, then I'd say give me, if you want to suggest a roll to me, you can, but I'd say that's going to be a tact politics. And of course,
any bonus?
Any bonus? Given Faust's experience and the Titans themselves, I'd give her a +2.
That's enough to beat it. So that's a me. Yep.
You know that it largely depends on the district. The Titans in Dakar were typically a lot more careful with what they did. But given the response you've seen in California, the Titans...
Given the response we've seen so far in California and the fact the American continent still has like not as much as Africa, but there's still notable Xeon remnant groups in Africa. In America than near, say, Dakar, they are more likely to be more gung-ho, right?
Yeah, they're more privy to... The thing is, it all depends on how flashy it is. The Titans all are about optics. If what you do gets headlines, then they're going to more likely respond than if you cause damage and nobody hears about it.
And Faust will just say, considering the Titans' usual reactions in California, if we were to distribute firearms among Spacenoid neighborhoods, as you've said, Bucky, the chances of them throwing caution to the wind and shooting at them is notably high. While that would get more public opinion on our side, I believe a lot of the people here wouldn't want to put their fellows at risk. If we're able to destabilize them without it making headlines, however, then they're much less likely to respond to anything.
We arm space.
Oh, sorry.
If we arm Spacenoid neighborhoods, they're just going to say they're Zeeks in love with the entire block, and people will believe them.
Well, public pressure is actually what we need. I feel like keeping it entirely hidden is not a good idea. It needs to be.
No one's saying keeping it hidden. No, we're just
That's what she
talking
just said.
Scale. No, I didn't.
Yeah, it is. It literally is.
No, it wasn't.
We don't need it. What we don't need it to be is the main headliners of a paper.
And if it's Spacenoid neighborhoods that we're arming, they're just going to say they're Zeeks, and they'll win the PR victory. Go.
I think they should be able to kill Titans.
What?
I think they should be able to kill Titans.
They'll get labeled as Zeeks, and then we won't get anything from it. We'll have killed a bunch of civilians, and people will want the Titans around.
I hate this fucking bullshit. This fucking optics sucks.
That's how we win.
I don't think a dangerous neighborhood is exactly headline news to support the instance idea.
Yeah,
exactly.
Titans put down Zeonic insurgency. It's
probably just like every once in a while one of them gets blasted in a poor neighborhood. I feel like that can easily be chalked up to... don't we have connections in the news? Like, we literally know people.
We have a connection in the news. I don't want to press it.
A connection is a connection, and we're not using it. So that's all I'm saying.
This is a bad idea.
Okay, well, you said that about 30 things in the war, and we won.
And we lived, didn't we?
Yeah, but we still did things that you didn't think were that you thought were a bad idea. That was kind of a constant.
It's kind of a funny thing, though. It's not any of our decisions, not even mine. This isn't my district anymore. Points to Matro. Technically, it's his.
Well, Commander, what's the call? AK-47s for everybody, or no?
I'm not quite ready to lean on that method. Though there is certainly some merit to it. I think the potential drawbacks are too high at this time. I think we definitely need to do something to like hit the Titans and Manhunters operation here and like do so in a fairly spectacular fashion, but ideally in one that doesn't create a huge blowback on the civilian population.
I agree. Every time we've taken a kinetic action so far, the Titans have successfully played it as both a terrorist attack and a Zeonic terrorist attack.
I have a question.
Well, then, I mean, by that logic, we shouldn't do anything because they'll just frame it as a terrorist attack. I mean,
We shouldn't do kinetic.
Do.
We shouldn't do kinetic actions. We should do something else.
Yes, Gomin, what is your question?
Can FREP roll for a suitable target to our parameters?
FREP, if you want to make this roll, and I'll say that everyone can make their own roll, given their own idea and plan. But FREP, I'd roll. This is going to be
a leadership.
A poison leadership.
I just wanted, like, what's Bucky speaks up again, as everybody's,
I'll have to give it a try.
What's the point of like having all these guys and training them and trying to like organize ourselves if we're just not going to do anything with it to like fuck up the Titans because they'll go, oh, it's a Xeon terrorist attack.
We can't do it right now. We're going to eventually.
I failed by 5, by the way, on leadership. It's I only have a 2 in leadership, and my poise is also not super high.
Are you a new type?
Yes, I don't know if
I feel like the bonus would be part of that, and also you could do a reroll. I can't find it.
What are we at for narrative points actually?
We're currently at 6. If we're going by last session, let's just copy this in again for everyone.
Great, terrible.
Let me make sure it's pinned.
Yeah, if my new type bonus applies, then I would be willing to try and spend a narrative point to reroll that and hope for the best. Hope to get a better result.
Probably fine.
We'll give that a try then.
You want me to roll? Did you say everybody could roll?
Everyone can roll. Again, how the system works. I can give you a roll, but you can also argue for your own roll if you have a specific one to make.
I have 3 in poise and a 1 in leadership. I don't know if.
Glad we got the guy with the 1 in leadership praying the militia.
Anyways,
with the reroll, I still fail by 1 qualified because I.
No fucking way.
Funky guy.
So I decided to roll, right? Because why not? I got a crit success.
Oh. Well, how about that?
What were you saying, Tyler, though? Sorry.
So like I was saying, we'll get to that. We'll get to that first.
1. It's my arc, learning how to lead.
Again, y'all can suggest a roll anytime you want, and if you want to contend and be like, actually, I don't think that's a firearms check, I think that's a politics check, just as an example.
I am politically aiming my gun at the guy.
Oh, man.
Actually, an intimidation check, you see?
I would have blown it out of the water.
Yeah, so if you want to make that
leadership in that I was convincing the party, not really politicky. So I'm fine with taking my lumps. Listen, I have to fail in order to get better.
Mm-hmm.
Only one way up.
Yeah.
So, FREP, Matro, you're in a sort of state of information overload. You've been in tense situations, but having everything put on you, you can't think of anything, and it's all these ideas, all these thoughts, they're just getting jumbled in your head. Bonky. You, with 1 success, you're thinking that there needs to be some sort of compromise, there needs to be a specific area, something that is a devastating blow to the Titan's infrastructure, either immediately or through a series of like various small events. But it needs to do something to essentially halt this operation in its tracks, but it can't be something that will essentially make headlines. And Faust, you got the critical success, correct? Was that yes, sir?
Sorry, could I get a repeat?
Oh. Sorry, was my mic off?
No. I got distracted for a second, due to something. So,
oh, that's fine. So yeah, Frep, Matro couldn't, Matro, was sort of having a lot of pressure put on him, and, couldn't come up, Bonky, learned that it either needs to be one big thing, or it needs to be a series of consecutive attacks, and the most, in all of which, it's sort of just a repeat of what he already knew, but just confirming this needs to be something that deals a lot of damage, but even if it's public, it can't be flashy. It can't be a major terrorist attack. It can't be something that gets people scared. It can't be something that gets the public scared, because if the public's scared, then the Titans are scared. And that is the most important thing. But it also can't be something that's too small to have an impact at all. And Faust.
yes.
If you were able to you're thinking of a lot, and then you're thinking, well, if you attack the spaceport, you could cut the wires. You could completely cut off California from space. If you go for the bay, you could stop supplies entirely. If you, even Bucky's idea of arming the neighborhood could work out if you just create zones of danger. But then you think, one idea you strike is to systematically go through this. If you can get into Titan's command in California itself and change the plan from the inside.
Yeah, so basically we cut off their options one by one. Not as a big offensive, but small systematic attacks that are like, if the Titans even try to make this public, they're going to come off as incompetent. Like, what do you mean supplies to California are cut off? What do you mean
you're the military?
Yeah, like, what do you mean this? What do you mean that? Like, it'll make the public, like, they won't be scared. They'll be like, what the fuck are the Titans doing? So Faust believes she has an idea. We'll take each plan and incorporate them into one operation. A systematic operation with different objectives carried out over a set period of time. If I were to suggest it, is there a map she could point to dramatically?
There's a dramatically big map in the center of the table.
Oh yeah. She points
it has to little like chess pieces on it to represent units and bases.
It has chess pieces and a knife in it.
Yeah, she's moving the chess pieces. She's just like, first, in order to halt the construction of the spaceport, we'll need to take out their ability to bring in supplies to California. A small team of perhaps both infantry, infiltrators, and mobile suit pilots can infiltrate and take out their ability to bring in supplies from the ports. I would recommend more infiltration rather than an attack with our petite mobiles, as that will be slightly more guarded by mobile suits. After that, we need to move, I would say, to the spaceport. We don't have to level the entire structure. We simply need to make sure that they can't launch anyone into space anytime soon. We can do that by destroying the wires for their mass driver. After that, we can incorporate the Ensign's plan to arm space neighborhoods. Now we can pull these off, not all at once, but bit by bit. The Titans will seem more incompetent, and they'll have to constantly changing their plan as the situation changes.
What about what about the head honcho?
We'll have to save the commander for last. If he's currently hiding, well, not hiding, but say leading from the back, if we make the situation in this city too chaotic, he'd have to personally come out. And if that happens, then we'll have our chance to eliminate him.
Okay, we will. On that
it seems
note,
like a natural break.
Natural break.
Okay.
I'm tired. Actually, I'd like to talk to you.
We are now unpaused. We were in. Oh, Discord might have crashed. No, we're good. Okay, this has been a lovely session so far.
Tired. I don't know if you're saying "oh" because I'm starting to say it more often, or that's just the Midwestern talking.
I'm being Midwestern.
No,
what?
never. Back me up, Frep.
With what?
Being Midwestern is great. You are Canadian, but you are cut from the same cloth.
No.
Say, aren't I technically Great Plains, which is basically the exact same thing? Just
No, Great Plains is like the steppe warriors. Midwesterners are settled.
I don't know about that. We have the Dakotas.
Midwesterners are settled city people. You're like the city Turks versus the great steppe warriors, okay?
Yeah, but Turks most of the time, especially the Turks instead of Turkic, we're just mountain people, not steppe
You get the
warriors.
idea. Listen, you're the city dweller. You're the weak city dweller versus the Great Plains warriors.
None of us are steppe nomads. That's not.
Yeah, you're not a steppe nomad, bro. You're the city dweller. It's over.
You're one to talk.
I know I'm a city dweller. I'm okay. I am not a steppe dweller. I have respect for the steppe peoples, but I'm not one of them.
You please say that, Tired.
Oh, I'm joking that like in every past life, like Max is reincarnated as like somebody who assassinates a Roman senator in a suicide attack, dies, and then is reincarnated as somebody else who dies in a yeah.
I would be one of those
trying to sack Rome.
I'd be one of those guys, those Muslim guys who was part of the one sect that just kept assassinating people.
Mizaris.
Was that they lived in a fortress? They literally were like the inspiration. Like
Sure did.
Assassin's Creed bastardized them, but like
The Hassans?
Okay.
Yeah, his followers.
The old
We are
men of
so
the
off
mountain?
track.
So
oh, they were cool though. Or she though.
the
I think we've spent 80% off topic today, which is fine. I don't mind just shooting the shit every once in a while, but we've been at this for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
Got 90 minutes of either break or nonsense.
okay, so the Lieutenant looks over at Faust as she goes over her step by step, and he sort of speaks up. The thing is, a lot of this isn't going to be possible with the current with Mevir in charge. He's going to make a how do you say a tsunami out of a wave. as he often does. I don't know if even something we try and keep under wraps to the best of our ability could work unless if we seriously change how the Titans themselves operate.
That's good, that's true. Let's see, how should I... Well, so he's worried that we can't do this because of basically manpower, right?
Also, like, our brand isn't meaningfully different from the Zeke's yet, so high so things just like tweaking their nose instead of like it's gonna be our like to our benefit for a
Work
while.
on it at the same time, propagating a certain image. Like we want to
See,
kill two birds with one stone, kind of try to do both at the same time. Because that makes it less viable for them to blame us as just Zeeks if they can.
Do you
Which, I
have
mean,
any
you know.
suggestions on how to do that?
I don't know. You're the smart guy. I'm the guy that blows shit up. Okay.
And blowing shit up isn't gonna help us quite yet.
I'm giving you ideas, and you're just beating me
You're
down.
You're not giving me ideas. You're
Okay,
just saying
I'm coming
shit.
up with I have concepts of ideas.
We already have those.
But you're talking about like we have an image problem. So I'm saying, why don't we
We
try
do
to
have
fix
an
the
image
image
problem.
So
That's what we're here to.
brainstorm. I'm trying to. We try to fix the image problem, and you're just beating the shit out of me verbally. I don't appreciate that. You want to go to war? I'll go to war. We can go to war.
Yep, we can't do that yet. So, anyways, as we were saying,
between us. I'm saying verbally between
Swappy,
us.
I mean Faust, with your insight into Titan's interior operations, what are some weak points that are kind of in the system that you think we could go for?
who is Swappy? That's a good
No
question.
one. I just never heard that name before.
Who is that guy? Never heard of him. Swappy is a Benjamin.
Appears in and out of existence, like in
Somebody just inserts one frame of Swappy.
You can
into
see the
footage.
strings that I use to control Faust like a puppet. Okay, so I think I'm just bullshitting. I'm gonna try and roll my keen and my awareness of the Titan's structures.
Couldn't
Would that be
Yeah.
good? Tired?
Tired? Wouldn't this also be rolled under the previous roll to see a perfect target?
I would say that this would also count for the previous roll, and in that regard,
So attacked.
no,
Politics.
this counts as the previous roll, so you do not have to roll anything for this
Oh,
information.
so my crit. Okay, so
Yes.
my crit still. Okay, baller.
Baller.
So Faust is gonna think on it. What are some solid points to aim at?
It takes a bit to think about this, as everyone's sort of contemplating over the table. You hear some commotion outside, but as the sort of chatter dies down, Faust... Mavier is he is the higher up equivalent of a maverick. And that is to say, what is being done in California, not only just by Karaba, but also by the Titans, is largely independent of its own accord. There isn't a larger structure to Mavier's planning vis-a-vis.
So he's basically the main guy behind this right now, right?
He's the main guy behind this, and he's also sort of disconnected
and he's just
from...
bullshit.
Yeah.
Like
So-
the Titans don't really care about what he's doing here, as long as he tries to get the job done.
Mhm.
So long as he keeps winning, they won't stop him.
He's not in
The
the
impression
inner
I'm getting-
circle.
And if we take him out, it'll stall their plans because they'll literally have no one to fucking.
Let's go find a new guy.
Yeah, they'd have to go find a new guy and assign him here.
I mean, even then, maybe just getting him fired and having a new guy put in could work to your benefit.
What, we try to like sneak into a base and like steal some files to make him look like covered in infamy?
It would bring less attention than killing him. Would
It
be
would.
harder than killing him.
Well, we don't want to kill him.
Considering the fact that, in my experience with the Titans, their entire operation here in California is majorly disconnected from the main body. From what I'm guessing, as long as he keeps winning, she says with quotes, they'll let him do whatever he wants. He's the main person behind all of this. Now, it would be easier to just kill him and be done with it, but if we were to, say, make him look incompetent or frame him, something along those lines, the Titans would spend much more time having to investigate, impeach, and then replace him. That would put a major slowdown on the entire Titans operation here.
I like to imagine everyone's just staring at Foss.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I've been kind of tuned out for a minute.
What's the kind of PR hit we could take? You know, you have a secret kid or something. We could honeypot him. What do we know
Small
about this guy?
penis? Trust me, it'll work. Trust me.
The Titans wouldn't care about
Titans
something
wouldn't,
that
but people would.
the
Trust me.
people would.
We need the Titans to fire him though.
We need,
first.
yeah, we need the Titans.
Make the institution
to-
look incompetent.
They wouldn't care about whatever
mean,
private affairs their officials
Tell me
did.
if this is too much, but like we could try to find evidence of their, obvious abuses, but we could spread them because, as it stands, I imagine they're not that widespread out of the communities directly affected, through word of mouth mostly.
That's a good point. We wouldn't need that much,
It
proof
would literally
either.
just be like show that they're shit for no reason. Even if people think that the deportations are justified, which I mean, fuck those people, but still, you know what I mean.
I think.
Seeing just how they treat people while they're doing that, and just the disdain for human life, and just people's, just the general horribleness of it.
What is that?
I feel like it would hit people who are on the fence and be like, huh, get the gear turning.
So what?
And if the Titans have a really hostile response to it, it'd be like, maybe it's justified to kind of stop that shit and crack down on these people because they're obviously doing horrible things to people if they're so desperately trying to cover up, everything bad. People are kind of stupid sometimes. Looks like we can hear you eating.
Prep?
So,
Yep.
okay.
It's happening again. In text, I said Metro could leverage his connection to the Navy.
Oh, yeah. God, I'm getting no notifications. Nothing's updating.
It's because Discord hates specifically you.
Apparently, it's a
Very
very
so quiet.
weird distaste. Not a bad call, although it's worth a shot. Again, this is one of those cases where this is a character who's better at things than me the player. Would that be a politics thing to see what? How does one cook books? Or look into cookbooks? What's the most appropriate check for that?
That might be politics. It could also be history.
History.
But right. Not history.
Academics?
Yeah, academics. I always call academics history.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, so that it would I think academics would be more appropriate here.
Okay. Yeah, if we want to see it, see if we can cook something up using that.
Okay.
I also assume that a lot of like the shit the Titans do. I assume they do a lot of stuff that isn't strictly legal, but no one ever bothers investigating them for it. So it's like once you make someone's name mud with the organization, they can always find reasons to pull them out. Yeah. Would that be a keen academics? Would that be the best route to go down for this?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That would be 2 success.
2 successes. If you're able to threaten the Titan's position of power in any way, specifically if Mevir goes overboard, then that's going to make people above Mevir scared of him. Because if he goes down, there's a chance the entire organization goes down. And so the Titans would want, as a wider organization, to keep clean of that.
We've got to
Okay.
get them audited.
Yeah. And if there's a chance of them getting audited, they'll just cut him loose instead. Possibly.
Exactly. Can we find out where he lives?
He...
No. What if we shoot him? Suggestions?
It's too much like the last thing.
You
Alright, break his
Have
kneecaps.
some
Boom.
unintended consequences. Like I'm
Shooting
not opposed to
him
the
is
concept
a
of shooting
last
Titans.
resort.
It's just the potential downsides.
You could probably
They've
ask your
successfully
contact.
painted us as terrorists several times already. We really need a way to not get accused of that.
Our contact might have information on where he lives. And further, where he's staying right now. He moves across the states, across the country, across the world every other month, every other week.
Does he have a base operation he uses when he's in the city?
And where's he right now?
Last I heard, he was doing another interview in LA.
Interview, huh? When? With who? About what?
I believe it's another personality interview. He's probably going on some late night talk show. I don't know the name. It's was advertised on the telly for next week. Probably this weekend, Sunday.
That's an opportunity. Who's doing the interview and televising it? What news station?
It's well, the thing is, it's a talk show for it's a talk show for one of them celebrity like gossip, but it's actually going to be on GNN. Why do you ask?
Bonky starts smiling. A crooked smile is like, we actually have an in at GNN. We know a guy. Well, you know a girl.
Or do we?
We're like an oddity.
You have an inn.
Well, let's see if we can. Galley's at this base, right?
Yes, Scally would be with you.
See if Galley can make any inroads with her. See if she'd be willing to invite us to make any sort of unscheduled interruptions of broadcast. You know, like we do.
Classic Bureau fashion.
You could also. Okay. So, someone goes over there, either interrupts the broadcast and plants questions, something along those lines, makes it full of Mevier, gets him in trouble. Somebody goes to the spaceport, cuts the wires, basically just disrupts traffic enough to make it unusable. And then a third team goes for the construction site, makes it uninhabitable, or just any supply lines nuked.
All right, we'll come up with something.
We'll come up with something.
Bucky, how disruptive can you be without killing anybody?
I mean, okay. What's the maximum?
No blood.
Fuck. Fuck. Property damage.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, like, so here's the thing, right? People in these neighborhoods do not like Titans or Manhunters.
sure. Well, people outside these neighborhoods do, which is the problem.
What I'm saying is, like, what if we kind of rile them up? We don't give them guns. Don't give them guns. I'm listening to you there. Make note of that. We just kind of rile them up. I mean, because they're already pissed, but they're afraid, reasonably so. What if we kind of shove them, be like, hey, you should throw rocks at these people every once in a while, or like, you know, you see that truck, maybe you fucking break its windows in. You know what I mean? Just make shit kind of very inconvenient for the Titans. You know, give people the push that they need to be like, oh, these people aren't invincible. We can fuck them up if we work together. You know. Alternatively, we could set shit on fire. Like a little bit.
Rile people up, take them to the station, force a confrontation.
I was thinking more like throwing like Molotovs, but sure.
I mean, you can do that.
Or like organized protests, and you know, maybe give them the shove to start breaking windows and throwing shit.
Well, how would that make him look bad with the Titans? I don't care what the... Well, they do care what the public thinks.
Kind of second guessing, because if people are kind of being like, hey, if you fuck with me, I'll throw rocks at your head, they might be a little more cautious. Because right now, they're riding high on the fact that they get to beat the shit out of people with no consequences. And I mean, the Titans are an organization of people who exist to bully other people for basically for fun. You know what I mean? So if you put a damper on that, I think it's a help. I think it's helpful.
I think that's a good idea.
You know, because these people are cowards, right? So if they think they might even get like a paper cut, they'll be a little more careful. You know, and deportation wouldn't stop, but the idea is maybe they'll be a little less violent, or else, you know, people will start throwing things at them and you know, eventually, and you know, their brains will start, you know, theorizing. They'll be like, what if I get shot? And you know, realistically, they might if they keep going. If people realize that they can fight, then maybe eventually somebody would hit them. You know,
So
with real shit.
We make the Titans we make the Titans feel scared. We make Mevier look incompetent. And then, if he's going out of line, which, you know, protests on national television would surely look out of line, then he's out, and any new guy may be a bit kinder to what to our future operations.
Alright. Well,
Courage.
who can we talk to make this happen? Oh, Courage.
Uh, Courage.
Yeah.
Uh,
As far as I know, I haven't been at this table.
you have not been at this table. Dee Dee, I believe.
Yeah.
She's having an episode right now. This happens every now and then, but it's been a bit worse since you've gotten to the country.
I think I'm just gonna have to do another raid on like Augusta or something. Just find another new type lad, steal their shit.
It's close. It's nearby. She's like tapping on her chin and just like holding her head. It's nearby.
I know.
It's nearby.
I bring her to a hug and I say, I know.
There's so many. I
It's
can't.
on. Sorry, I just saw something on Steam that I downloaded on its own client, and I'm pissed. So okay. Question. Tired.
Yes.
Did we ever do the thing that I suggested that Faust basically gave Courage the thing to know how to make sure, her head doesn't explode?
Yes, that Courage would have the basic information on how to take care of a cyber new type, but without a proper lab, it's
Yeah.
not enough.
Yeah.
But
I just assume I didn't even deign to read the email.
I felt like she probably delivered it more so physically. The way I imagined it was that she managed to track her down and basically just slipped the info, and it was like if Courage tried to kill her, or if she spotted her, maybe she didn't get spotted, but if she tried, Faust would have been like, all right, if you do that, there's like 50 Titans outside, and they're probably gonna, not end well for you. That's how I put it, but if anything, she like slipped a fucking paper pamphlet under the door of how to take care of your new type of kid.
the thing is, Courage, you've had this information, and the thing is, and even no matter how much you hated Faust, it wasn't about Faust, it was about Dee Dee. And so you would have had the basic information on how to take care of her.
Yeah.
That being said, it has gotten worse. It has gone worse to a point where even the basic remedies, the dollar store, the local pharmacy, medication, it's not been as effective.
About kind of. I'll make a roll to see the kid's condition from a distance.
I'd say both you and Courage can.
All right. What would it be?
This would be a. Yeah, this would either be a tact empathy or tact technology. Tact, empathy, technology, or medicine all give different results.
Can I use my new type bonus?
But yes.
All right. I'm gonna roll tech technology.
Courage, are you going to try?
Tact empathy, 4 successes.
5 successes.
5 successes. Courage, you've known this kid for a few years now. There's something personal happening. You don't know any of this new type mumbo jumbo. You don't know any of this technological know-how, but you know that something's wrong with this child, and it's something deeply personal to her. Something about her past, something about what they did to her. And you know that if this was anything else, she'd be fine. Even in her worst episodes, she'd come out of it. But this is something different. This is something that's bothering her. This is something that the normal new type breakout episode is something out of her control, even if she wasn't a cyber new type. This is something that would be bothering her on a personal level, is what I'm getting at.
Okay. Okay.
And yet it's also something she can't really explain. And this is because of where you are and why you're here.
Okay. Okay. You know who I'm gonna go look for?
Who?
Bonky Birio.
Alright,
Faust,
that's me.
He's the only new type I know.
Faust,
Uh-huh.
Dee Dee, you can guess, just based off statistics, hasn't been around a lot of cyber new types since on her journeys with courage. Probably not a lot of new types in general.
Yep.
And now she is right near Oakland.
Also in a room with what? 1, 2, 3, 4 relatively strong new types.
Slowly turns in the direction of Oakland. As
The
as she was
Torment
made,
Nexus.
she was made at the Dakar Labs. But it seems that whatever's happening at Oakland is disturbing her.
A new type presence like this, like your inner voice, a new type presence like this, it's too much.
She has to consider, yeah, same thing with Halava, even at shore. They're probably gonna have to get suppressants to make it a bit more bearable to deal with. The telepathic nature of cyber new types is a bit more unstable than that of a new type.
Have I found Bonky yet?
I imagine what happened in the end as everyone was talking and the plans were being made, and trust me, we will get to that. Is eventually everything was called off for the night, and everyone was free to do what they needed to do before essentially what is essentially D-Day. The in Bonky, yeah, Kurt, you would be able to.
Yeah, gets me out when as I leave the room or something.
Yeah.
Bonky, can I
Hmm?
talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
So I know you're like one of them Esper thingy bobbers. I don't remember the details of the brief. It's been
Uh,
6 years, but uh I scratched my head just sort of sheepishly. I found this kid, and she was like in a really bad spot. The Titans were like trying to like make espers, I guess,
huh.
but like she keeps getting these episodes related to it, and you're the only one I have any knowledge that would know anything about this sort of thing.
Well, I mean, I do. Take me to her.
Yeah, sure. Just follow me.
Faust,
Uh-huh.
you've been relatively well hidden between everything, but then you get like a slight pang in your head, and when you
The
look back
tingle.
at the girl, the tingle, and when you look back at the girl, she's looking right at you.
Faust kinda looks to the girl, feels that pain of guilt. I mean, she didn't turn her into a cyber new type. She was a cyber new type long before they showed up at the fucking Dakar Labs. But she did spend some years as part of it. And yeah, she kind of just like sits, looks at the child, and just kind of plainly says, "You're experiencing a migraine from the presence of other people like you.
It hasn't been this bad since the car.
That's because we're currently nearby the Oakland labs, and they're a lot more developed than the Dakar labs ever were. She sighs.
My friend's here.
Someone you know? Someone from the Dakar labs?
Yes, yes. They talked about Oakland. I have a friend here.
What is their name?
Jo-
Do you remember?
Jonathan?
John. I worked at Oakland, right?
Yes.
I will reach into the recesses of my mind.
You remember a kid, about a year younger than Dee Dee. You remember, as you remember a kid, numbered sort of, let me make sure I'm getting the number correctly. Yeah, okay. D14. And, you remember a kid about a year younger than Dee Dee is one of the youngest subjects in Oakland. And on his file, you know, you remember the name distinctly. Jonathan Hahn.
She sighs. Yes, he's there. And they're probably... She thinks for a second. He could be calling out to you. Perhaps he felt your presence first. He's reaching out.
They let me spell it out.
Thank you.
They
I heard hunt. I'm like, wait, what?
Jonathan Birio.
What? Gah?
But she's like,
Bringing up that plot point.
they put us in different cells, but I always talked with him. He was really nice.
She kind of smiles at the kid to comfort them a bit. As she's just like, you know, kind of on a knee for a second. As she's just like, unfortunately, I can't help you quiet the migraine and deal with pain, but at least with medicine, your nature as an artificial created new type makes it difficult to channel your powers without the help of technology and medicine. She thinks for a second as she says, it may be best, but try to focus on his presence. You're most likely picking up every single other presence nearby as well. Try to focus on him. It should lessen it.
I can deal with the pain, but knowing he's here,
You're worried.
she sort of grabs your hand. I'm happy.
Yes. I can see why. Don't worry. Faust is a once-in-a-lifetime genius. Perhaps we'll be able to get your friend here. Somehow. Someway.
Would you like to play with us? When this is all over, or I don't, whatever this everything is.
Maybe. But I still have my own thing to do. But, well, I can make time to save your friend. Or she thinks to herself, try to. But, again, she's a once-in-a-lifetime genius. As she kind of looks to the kid as the kid holds her hand, and she looks out towards the shore, and she thinks, the Gundam might be what she needs to pull that off. Because we have to gas up the Gundam.
Thank you, Dr. Gallipoli.
You remember my name.
She, like, blinks. I do?
That or you picked it up. Or you could guess, since you could sense me too. She just sighs a bit. Just focus on your goal, what you want. And I'm sure we'll be able to make it come true. You can trust in the California team.
She, like, smiles and just squeezes your hand a bit more harder. Thank you. Thank you. She... Ugh. Pain in her head, and she goes back to cradling herself.
And Faust just kind of keeps her company,
Courage.
even though she knows that that's probably going to get her,
Oh, you're going to stay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's the least she can fucking do for the kid.
Courage and Bonky.
Mm.
You come to see familiar Faust comforting Dee Dee.
This is sort of an odd sight for him, but he keeps it to himself.
Courage.
Yes?
What do you feel about this?
Faust,
Furious.
Just Courage's mind right now, big, like, red letters, Faust, and then, like, it's the word kill, 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 kill.
I'm big mad.
Big mad. You see Dee Dee actually holding Faust's hand as she's, like, sort of still rocking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You know, first thing to do, get in between. I don't trust Faust with a child, especially after what happened.
Auntie Courage.
I give Dee Dee a pat on the head. Hey, kiddo. Then I turn my head towards Faust to give her the stink eye again.
Faust just looks at Courage with a very unflinching gaze of just as she turns her attention to Bonky and makes her way to him.
That nice lady, she Jonathan, remember Jonathan? She told me that he's here. He's here.
Yeah, and Jonathan, and you would still be with your parents if she wasn't involved.
Wasn't even there for that. Dog.
Thing
Faust.
is, neither Faust nor Courage knows that Faust not doing that wouldn't have stopped all of this.
Yeah. Faust turns to Bonky. She's picking up on the different new type presences here. Her artificial nature makes it difficult for her to properly channel. If it would be best to describe it as a radio with a broken antenna. It floods in. They can't properly channel.
Are you going to go find him, Courage?
I give a big bright smile. You bet, yeah.
Thank goodness. I want to see him soon. Whenever we can. When we get out of this camp, we'll go see Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And she like taps her head over and over, just continuing to rock herself back and forth.
Wonky.
Hmm.
She sighs. We have to find that kid.
Yeah. It's where to start, you know?
Oakland Labs. It's there, unfortunately, probably all guarded. If we're going to want to get that child, we're going to have to wait until the... What was our ship's name?
Asia.
Until the Asia can deliver our mobile suits and the Gundam.
Yeah. I hate waiting, though.
2. I'll use the Gundam. Considering how I played a role in this, then I have to at least try to do my best to get them out. Can I count on you and the rest of the team?
Absolutely.
Then you might want to get then you might want to get Courage on board with it as well. I know no matter what I say, it won't get through her. It won't get through her.
Hmm.
Unless you believe our 4-man team would be able to raid a highly guarded new type lab. We both know Courage Hampson is an excellent pilot.
That's true. Well, Oakland, huh?
It's where
So
I
you
was stationed before I came to California.
care to tell me how the place is laid out? We're kind of looking for some high-profile places to wreak some havoc.
Their mobile suit facilities are underground, and so is most of their new type labs. Fuck, I'm gonna have to look up Oakland real quick to see how it's like. Oakland.
Yes, but I can.
Flash.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
imagining Foss going, but I can draw you up schematics for later.
Yeah,
Evil ass map.
I can
Evil City, by the way.
draw schematics later. But largely, most of their facilities are underground. They have inbuilt mobile suit hangars.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't fight in. You know? Anyway, we could just, I don't know, sneak in? That was kind of my job. Between the wars.
He thinks for a second. There's a sympathizer I know within the labs. It'd be risky for myself to go in. As you could guess, I was a prominent member of their staff. But I can still get into contact with him, and if we can do that, then maybe we'll be able to sneak in.
Alright.
Fast, roll me a. I'm going to just say this is going to be a just poise. What would be like a common sense roll here?
I guess awareness.
Yeah, poise awareness. That's what I was thinking.
That's a critical again. What the fuck?
Jeez, rolling great today.
It doesn't matter what I rolled. I rolled a critical success, so that is a crit.
Okay, so one kid you could maybe get out without anybody noticing.
Too much trouble, yeah.
There are a lot of kids in Oakland.
There's a lot of kids, and there's a lot of more kids who are a lot more important to the Titans.
Yes. So you can either get things done without any hassle, quietly, quickly.
Or we could blow it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're also, the main characters.
Or
Yeah, but then it interrupt the lore, so we gotta we gotta yeah. Voss
No,
is
but
like,
that's a perfect way to get Mavier fired. He bought the Oakland labs.
that's true. There's two options for us. I can use my contact on the inside to make Jonathan be put in our custody, and the Titans wouldn't notice. Or we cause enough of a ruckus that the Titans will have no choice but to fire both the director, or the one in charge of their security, and Mayfeld, considering how important the new type labs are to their operations, or their goals at least. They want to weaponize new types. It's been one of the Federation's main goals for 6 years now. If they were to lose something that important, they'd have no choice but to get rid of a few of the higher officers around the area. Of course, that would make our lives a bit harder because they're more likely to to order people from space to be their new commanding officers. I'll bring it up to our commanding officer, and we'll see what he decides. But we still have to focus on our current operations. If we're going to try something at Oakland, we'll need our mobile suits. It's non-negotiable.
Bonky?
Hmm?
There's a person that keeps flashing in your head as Faust talks about the lab.
Okay.
It's a familiar Zionic red-headed kid.
He's not dead.
We can
Nah.
kill that kid, for fuck's sake.
And every time you're talking about the cyber new type experiments and using new types as weapons, it's just him, and him. And for some reason, you think that somewhere something similar is happening to someone else.
We gotta go to Oakland Labs, don't we?
Can I say Faust new type sensed that?
Ooh, roll me, what's your new type rank in awakening points?
2, and I have 5 awakening points.
2, 5 awakening points. You'd be able to sense something's happening. I was going to make you roll, but that's 7 in total, so,
What about 7 in total?
I was going to make you roll a 1d6 combining those, but no, you'd immediately recognize what's happening there. You can make a proper roll if you want to know specifically, but there's a connection happening.
I think Faust can kind of understand. She kind of understands the beef. You're thinking about what was you're thinking about Mew, aren't you?
Alright. He's not going to be tight-lipped about it, but he's certainly not going to bring it up immediately.
I know, but we did encounter him earlier in the camp.
We did?
Yeah.
During the fight in the city, remember?
Oh, I was like,
I got
feel-
fractures in my arms.
that feels like a different life ago.
Yeah.
Lots happened in like a year. I also think we're starting to run into the limits of our endurance.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Yep.
Yeah,
But-
Faust just says. Faust just looks at Bonky and she says, "It seems you've already made up your mind. We'll have to see what Matro thinks, at least.
Yeah, I can't do it without him.
I'll talk to Matro. If anything, we'll have until the Asia can deliver our mobile suits for him to decide. Though, I believe Courage asked for your help.
She did, yeah.
I'll go talk to Matro." And she walks off.
End scene.
Insane. And do we...
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I fulfill you.
End of the session.
EP.
Alright.